Hello everyone, welcome back to the last video in our car assemblies drawings series. So in today's video, we'll be creating some drawings for the collapsed full chassis with the full bill of materials and some bill of materials with our 3 exploded views. So let's jump right in. So I'm going to go to File, New. It's going to use my template. Click OK. I'm going to import my chassis assembly. Big assembly, so I want it collapsed. Let's see, I want this view, bottom, right, and my isometric. Okay. The reason this is the way it is because of the mate. So if I go to if I open up assembly, and if let's say I add mate, it's a parallel mate. And I have it in there, so I'm just, right, we already have that mate. I just want to go in and press it for the assembly. This is easier to do, so if I actually go ahead and save that, jump into my drawing. And fixed it. So for the collapse view, we're really not, there really isn't much. Why is it in their description? Let's go back to my assembly. Let's throw in, we forgot to do this for the assembly, so I'm going to throw in my name for the author. BOM quantity, author. And for the description, let's call it main assembly. Okay, go ahead and save that. Drawing. Okay, so that automatically those two. And depending if you want, we can make this fully shaded with edges if you want, or you can make all these to follow the drawing packet. So I'll just do that. So you hold the control key, select all of them, and just make them shaded with edges. Scale 1 to 4. Let's see if we change that scale to properties to 1 to 3. Go apply changes. And I keep having this issue. It's view format is there. So if I move this down a bit, slide these over. I can add a note here that says collapsed. Let's make that bold to 18. Let's see. Let's add some just overall dimensions here. So let's do. As you zoom in, it's going to try to regenerate the edges. Oops. It's a big assembly, so it might be lagging a bit. That's okay. Here, maybe I want my overall height. Let's take that edge with the bracket. Maybe hold the shift key down, go to the bottom arc. At that 3 inches dimension. Maybe add our overall dimension of the chassis. That's really it. It's basically just showing the collapsed main assembly. Let's go ahead. I'm going to save that. Save as car assembly drawings. Might create new folders. Call it chassis assemblies. I'll call this. Well, actually, I'll just go with the chassis assembly drawing. I'll just create tabs here. So this one. Takes a bit to save. I'm just going to call this collapsed. Let me copy that. I'm going to paste it. After selected sheet. Okay. Let my collapse do. This one I might call full bomb. Maybe keep these all uppercase. For the full bomb, I don't need these views. Only want this view. We're generating just the overall bill of material here. Takes a bit. Again, it's a big assembly. That's why making sure you save often is important. Here. Move this down. Let's change the scale. Let's see. Let's insert a bill of material here. If I go to tables, just like we've done in the past. Again, this bill of material is going to be quite big, right? It's all of the parts we've created. So I'm just going to select the whole thing, and let's see. I untoggle use document font, right? So this is use document font. I want to untoggle that, and let's do 9. Let's see if we can scale that to work. So that seems like it worked. Let's see if 10 works better. 10 still seems to work, so that's good. And then maybe we can add note here. Call it full bill of materials. If I select that, let's see. Let's make that font bold. Let's change it to 18. Maybe center it somewhere here. That's basically it for the full bill of materials. So let's jump into, so I'm gonna go ahead and save. I'm just gonna copy that. Let's do copy. Let's do paste. After selected sheet. Well, let's see, what should I do next? Let's do the sensor and battery explode. So I'm gonna take this bomb, delete it. Let's delete that full of bill of materials. Let's delete that too. I want to grab my own. I go to chassis assembly. Again, it takes a bit. It's a big assembly, so make sure you're patient with it and don't click away, because that will cause SolidWorks to crash. Right? Just give it some time. Again, that's why we created our those views that we've created in the past. So sensor and battery, steering, rear axle. So for this one, this is the steering and battery. So I'm gonna grab that view. It shows it, and I want to show an explode, sensor and battery explode. Maybe we'll leave it with shaded. So let's do this. Let's change our scale. This process is pretty straightforward. It's not going to get any more complicated. We're basically just going to add views, just like the ones you created, and add bill of materials. That's basically all what we're going to do. So I'm going to move this down a bit, and let's see. I should probably left that note out there. I can always go back to, let's say, the full BOM. Maybe Control C if I want to keep a uniform font. Control V, right? Or copy paste. Let's do sensor and battery explode. Let's see. So what I'll do here, I'll divide this up. So I'll have the bigger exploded view, and I'll have a smaller exploded view with the bill of materials, so it's easy to reference those, just like it's shown in your drawing packet. So let's see. For this one, I might rename this sensor and battery explode. Let's add some, let's select this. Let's do, I'm guessing if I do auto balloons, it's gonna try to do the whole thing. Let's try that, which we don't want, exactly. So I'm gonna click cancel. I only want to balloon what I need to show for the sensor and battery to explode. So I'm gonna actually do it manually, or you can do auto balloon and delete what you don't want. I want my battery holder. I want my battery. We can still show the chassis here. I want these two shoulder screws. Maybe the washers. And again, your ref designators might be a bit different. That's okay, right? Depending on the order you've done things, it does not matter, right? As long as it references the correct item in the BOM, then that's all that matters. So basically all what we need. So what I might do here also is I might just use this magnetic line command. I might draw a line to include this side. What this lets me do is basically it makes it neater where these are linked to the magnetic line, or they're on the same line. I guess we can try it here too. Let's see if we can. I guess we can do this. I wanted a third one. Maybe you can also slide that with respect to the. Oh. I'm still selecting the. Yep. Automatically, it's with respect to the center, so that's okay. Let's see if I select this. Spacing, let's do free drag. Let's drag this out here. Maybe this here. Move this a bit closer. Let's go ahead and file save, right? We're going to keep saving as we create these drawings. maybe move this down tiny. Let's see. I like the equal spacing on this end. I just want to make sure that this is not overlapping. So try to make it neat. We can make sure you keep saving. So we're done with this. Again, this is a pretty straightforward one, right? All we have to do is just show it here, and then we'll add the bill of material on the second one. So let's do copy. I'm gonna right click again, and I'm gonna hit paste after selected sheet. So this one I might rename that sensor and battery explode BOM or BOM bill of materials. You can make the name shorter if you like. It gives me all the info I need. So for this one, I don't need. I don't believe I need. We're still referencing these, so what I might want to do is maybe change the scale here. Properties to, let's say, 1 to 3. Do you want to scale the annotation position, scale annotation text height? Let's do a scale annotation position. Maybe we move this line a tiny bit here. Move this. Sensor and battery explode. And what I might want to do here is just throw like this. Let's see. So shown exploded. So let's do. I do a bill of materials here. I'm guessing it's gonna try to add all of it. I'm not sure if I can only reference that. Might have to go on and hide some stuff in that table. Let's try it again. So I want top level only. Configuration, right? We could have created different configurations, I guess, to reference those, but that's not needed. Display configuration of the same part. If we have different configurations or groupings, I guess it makes sense that it's going to grab everything, right? We didn't dictate that these are separate. So let's do this. Let's insert that. I'm going to put it here in the beginning. Let's see. So I need 1, and I don't need anything from 2 until I get to 9. So 2 through 8, I can just do. Let's do height selected. So I have 1 and 9. And then I have 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So 10 through 13, I don't need. I need 14, 15, 16, 17, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I need 19 through 27. Let's bring this over here. Might move it across. And that should reference the chassis plate, the right screws, right, the battery holder, 3D printed battery holder, the battery assembly, and then they're just referencing that it's a double A battery. So that's good. So I'm happy with this view or this drawing, so I'm going to go ahead and click save. So let's jump into, let's say, I want to copy this one now. I'm going to copy. Let's do paste after selected sheet. Actually, I want it here, so let's see if I can move this down here. And this one I might do, what I might do next is, let's do the steering explode. So I'm going to click on it. Right click, rename. Let's call this steering explode. I'm gonna delete these balloons. Right, I'm gonna reference new things in this next one. So let's delete these. I was just making sure that the magnetic line was still not there. Maybe I'll rename this to steering explode. So I'll change this to steering explode. Let's change that. Okay. That's the nice thing about getting everything ready in the beginning, right? We have everything all set. All we're doing here is just basically copying and pasting and changing the different reference. Pretty straightforward process, right? If you again, make sure you think about it in the beginning. You get everything ready for the drawing. Creating drawings should be a pretty straightforward process if you have everything all set and fully defined. In this case, I'm just going to add some balloons here. So I want to, oh, my magnetic line is still here. So I can, let's delete that. Let's delete these two. So I just went to magnetic line. It shows any magnetic line on there. So I just deleted the other two. I'll probably create some new ones here and just give you more practice with that. So let's do this. Again, I'm just looking at the drawing from your drawing packet and making sure I'm referencing what I need. Um, 22. I might want to, before I do that, I might want to move this just a tiny bit. Let's do balloon. That. Again, these are the same ones, so I can do whatever I want it on. Let's see. Let's add this one, and let's do this one here. I'll jump to this side, and I'll do this assembly, steering arm, 2 shoulder screws. Click OK. Let's add some magnetic lines here. I'm going to add one here. I'm going to do equal. Maybe I'll do another one here. That seems like I don't want to add a third one. I'll maybe move it left a bit. That's perfect. That's exactly what we want. It's pretty neat. It shows all the views, all the components that we utilized in the steering explode. So here I'm just gonna move this just a tiny bit. Just try to center it. I'm gonna go ahead and click save. And then what I'll do here is, again, just gonna create the BOM for that. So I'm gonna do, let's do copy. I'm gonna hit paste. Just select a sheet. Let's rename this steering explode space bill of materials. Let's change the scale for this. I also want to change this to call out as a steering explode bomb. I'm also going to go ahead and just go to properties. Let's change 1 to 4, apply changes. Scale notation, text height. I don't want to scale the text height. I want it to match the previous one, so I'm going to click OK. Let's see. Keep this somewhat. You can see everything. You can see the balloons. Move this here. Move this down a bit. Let's see. Move this maybe actually more down. And let's do tables. Let's do table. Let's reference this bill of material. Oops, I don't want to do that. I don't want to answer a table, sorry. Bill of materials. Referencing that. Click OK. And I'm going to throw this somewhere here. Let's see. So referencing 6. So 1 through 5. Let's hide that. In this case, let's see. So I'm referencing 2, not 1, so I can hide. I click on this whole row. I'm just gonna click hide. Hide selected. So I have 2. Let's see. I don't have 3. I have 3. I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 11. I don't have 11. Well, I mean 11 is shown here. It's this one right here. So I guess we can add it to the bomb. So let's throw in balloon here. Let's add that to the bomb. Okay. Maybe move this reference to reference it. Let's see. Here, maybe move that reference to reference this screw. So I have 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 14 and 27. I do not need those. And let's go ahead and place this here. So it seems like it's not fitting. So let's do. Let's take these magnetic line. Let's throw them here. Maybe move this down a bit. Again, it's more of a preference thing. Maybe if I want to make sure that do this here, you can still throw that on there. Let's see. Let's reference that from back. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's basically 2 through 13. That's what I have. And it tells you quantity, descriptions, everything. I'm going to go ahead and click File, Save. The last thing I want to do is the rear axle explodes. So I'm going to, let's take this. I'm going to copy that, right? It's easier to reference that. I'm going to do paste. Now let's do move to end. I'm going to rename that rear axle explode. Let's select, let's rename this rear axle explode. Now I'm going to select this. Let's delete all of my accidentally created more. And delete all my balloons, right? We're going to change the reference. Mechanic line, I want to delete that guy. Let's do this. I'm going to select my view, and I'm going to change the reference to the rear explode. And click OK. And that's the beauty of SolidWorks, right? We can do things instantly if we make sure that we have everything. So in this case, you might want to say that, okay, I'm going to move this just a tiny bit to that side. And we're all set with this view. That's, I mean, we'll just add some balloons and that's it. So let's do that. So let's do balloons. I want to reference this. And then the motor bracket assembly. This hardware. Axle, I want to also, let's reference these. Maybe reference that. Reference this. Reference that set screw. Okay, let's add a magnetic line here. Maybe one here. I believe this is it for this view. Um, 22. Just basically double checking. I believe that's it. Let's jump to our last drawing. And hit save. I'm gonna do, copy that, and let's do paste. In this case, after selected, it's okay, right? It's gonna put it at the end. And then let's do, rename that. Explode bomb. Change that. Here actually explode bomb. So we can throw that back in there because we're going to change the scale. So let's do that. And click properties. Let's do 1:4. I think my keyboard just glitched. Let's do that. Let's do There's that view still. Oops, let's do. Okay. Oops. All right, I'm just not sure what happened here. I'm just gonna delete that. See that? Okay. Whoops. So that seemed to mess up all of my properties. If something, let me exit, don't save. I'm gonna open up that assembly. Again, that's why it's important to save. It's a bit to load, it's okay. Let's do copy and paste. Selected. Gonna rename materials. Let's change that to call it out again. I'm just doing this again. Materials. Leave that for here. I'm just gonna go to properties now. Hopefully this time it works. Apply changes. Okay. Magnetic line. So maybe we move this somewhere here, and let's do build materials here. Reference that chassis assembly. Let's see. So that on the side. So we're basically going 1 through 7 I can hide, right? I mean 1 through 6. So if I hold down the shift key, I can go across, right? So I can hide these. And then there is 7, and then I believe 8 through 18. So 7, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Okay. Bring that somewhere here. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and save. Make sure you publish e-drawings for all of these. I already did, so I'm gonna do it, but I don't really need to show that in the video. But make sure you do that. And we're all set. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.